Okay, we are going to start a new read aloud. We are going to be reading Promises. David Mortimore Baxter. Chapter 1, The Promise. So here's the thing. Luke Firth was our class president. We voted for him at the beginning of the year. Everyone likes Luke. The teachers do. Even the girls do. So things were going along without a problem until Luke spoiled it. That was the day he announced that he was leaving Bays Park, which meant that we needed a new class president fast. That's when things got a little crazy. When Rose Thornton found out that Luke was moving, she smiled. She didn't stop smiling. I knew what she was thinking. Rose Thornton for class president. I couldn't think of anyone worse. I don't really know if I mentioned this before, but I really don't like Rose Thornton. I asked Joe Paganopoulos, my best friend, if he'd be class president. He thought about it for 2 seconds. I'm looking at this book and it's illustrated in an unusual way. Look at that. So they've got like little cartoon clips. Oops, sorry. Woo! There. Look at that. They're like little just cartoon clips. And when you look at the words, they've used different fonts to help get across what they're meaning. Super fun to read. No way, he said. You have to give speeches and stuff. You know I can't do that. Joe is going to be an actor, but he gets sick just thinking about acting in front of other people. That's why he's going to be in movies. He likes to dress like his favorite movie character, which changes every couple of days. Today he was wearing a pair of large gray ears. Joe was also a member of the secret club called the Secret Club, because we hadn't thought of the perfect name yet. Beck, my other best friend and secret club member, said she wouldn't be class president if you paid her. Do class presidents get paid? I asked. No, she said. Said I'd vote for Beck anyway. But Jill said that wouldn't work. Don't you remember, he said, we nominate someone to be class president. Nominate? I repeated. You put up your hand and say, I think Beck Trigg should be class president. Then Miss Stacy asks Beck if she wants to be class president. Beck would never say yes, I said. Exactly, said Joe. If the person says yes, Miss Stacy puts their name on the board. There's usually a whole list of people that have been nominated. Then we have a week to decide who would be the best class president, and then we vote. The way things are going, we'll only have Rose Thornton to choose from, I said. She needs to be nominated first, said Joe. Of course Rose would be nominated. Rose has this whole gang of girls who follow her around. One of her giggling girls, the Gigi's, would nominate her for sure. Maybe it won't be so bad having Rose as class president, said Joe. Maybe, I said. Look at all the little pictures. They're kind of fun. Just then, Rose cruised over and slapped her hand on my desk. Hey, liar, she said. That's one of her special names for me. My real name is David Mortimer Baxter, but my friends just call me David. When I'm class president, I'm going to make late students go straight to the hot seat. I'm always late to class. Don't ask me why. It just happens that way. The hot seat is the seat right outside Principal Wood's office. You do not want to be sitting there at any time. You can't do that, I said to Rose. And I'll be banning smashing Smorgon pencil cases, she said, pointing to my pencil case. You can't do that, said Joe loudly, his gray ears wobbling fiercely. And costumes, Rose said to Joe. Who are you today anyway? The Easter Bunny? She can't do that, can she, David? Asked Joe, ignoring her. I shook my head, but I wasn't sure. Beck sneezed to let us know Miss Stacy was coming. Beck was famous for her sneezes and spitballs. And I'll be banning fake sneezes, said Rose. Yes, things are sure going to change around here. Then she walked off with a grin on her face. David, you've got to run for class president. There's no knowing what Rose will do if she's elected, Joe whispered. I nodded slowly. He was right. We needed someone to stand up to Rose. It looked like no one else wanted the job. I'll do it, I said. Promise? Asked Joe. Promise, I said. And I will stop there.